بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم نحمده ونصلي على رسول الكريم أما بعد. So Mufti Mahmud Ashraf Usmani rahmatullahi alayhi, he was, I'm not sure which hadith under, but he was discussing something, and he said, first thing, मैं अपने तालिब इल्म साथियों से कहता हूँ. So the first thing we learn from this, he's saying, I say to my fellow students. So he's a Shaykh Hadith teaching Bukhari, but he doesn't say I say to my students, he says I say to my fellow companions. This is the approach we need to have, that we don't think of ourselves as being the leader, the head, somebody. We think of each other as we're partners in learning. This is when a person, إذا تم العقل نقص الكلام. So even when a person, he reaches a certain level of understanding akhlaq, then he doesn't think of himself as being superior. He understands that this is we're all, meaning we have a rank above you because you're a teacher, but nonetheless we're all sharing one goal and acquiring knowledge. So what he says here, that look, keep yourself busy in studies. Keep yourself busy in studies. So your students in madrasa, your students in school, university, you go to work. So keep yourself busy in all of these good things. And as much as possible, do these things. These are muqaddam. Correct? These are priorities. After this, obviously you can get tired. You can't study. Well, what happens is you can build up your stamina. You have spiritual stamina. You have, like a marathon. So it's like how much? 26 miles. You can't run that the first time. But people can run it. But you have to start off from a small amount, from a 5K, 2K, then you go 10K, then you do a few 10Ks, then you go up to a marathon eventually. So until you don't get to a stamina where you can spend all of your time doing really, really good stuff, i.e. either ibadah or even talabul ilm or that kind of stuff, then you're going to have free time. In that free time, then just don't sit around doing nothing. So ideally, if you have the ability, you have the stamina, you have that, you've matured all of your time in ibadah, tilawah, talabul ilm, doing work of deen, etc. Inshallah, Allah gives all tawfiq. But sometimes it takes time to get to that level. So you'll have some free time, you get tired, I'm tired now, I can't study anymore. I can't do any more homework, I can't do any more schoolwork. What do you do after that? Don't just sit around. And the old times, you sit around doing nothing. In our time, when you sit around, what's going to happen? Your hand is going to go in your pocket and pull out your phone. And that's the worst thing to happen. Because why? As I said to you, for the nafs is like water. Where does water always go? Higher, up, down, to the lowest. So your nafs will always take you to the worst possible option. Because it's easy. Shaitan and nafs will just bring you down to the lowest possible option. Yes? For look, it's obvious. It's just that you need someone to bring your attention towards this. When it comes to the masjid, some people come to the front stuff, others at the back stuff. So in a masjid, there's no difference if you sit at the back or the front. But where does shaitan take you? To the back. And sometimes people come early, but they miss out the front stuff. Some people come there early, but they sit in the second stuff. And they don't get the front stuff. What if you came late, you didn't have time, you had not enough time. But someone get there early, but shaitan will go to the worst option. What's the worst option? First or second? Even then he won't say, okay, no, he's in the masjid, leave him alone. Even then he said, go in the back stuff. You got a choice of sitting down doing dhikr, you're in the masjid, you can't go anywhere. Before namaz, after namaz, do dhikr, do tilawah, or just sit down doing nothing, fiddling with your thumbs, they fiddle with thumbs. No, notice this. It's that shaitan always makes you take the worst option. So the worst option when you're free is pull the phone out. So he's saying don't sit around idle. What's the English proverb? An idle mind is the devil's workshop. Your mind is idle, you're going to end up causing problems. What do? So now you've done your farasana, you've done your tilawah, you've done your dhikr, you've done your studying, and you still got time. Then do something that's useful for the dunya. Exercise, play, talk to your parents, hoover the house, clean up, make your bed. Yes, you, make your bed. Yes, make your bed, wash the dishes, take the garbage out, clean the garage, wash your car, wash your dad's car. Do something like this, make yourself useful. Yes, and after that, you're tired, go to sleep. So what we need to do is, realistically, you need to keep yourself busy. When you become idle, you're not wasting time. Not wasting time, you're not getting into evil. So keep yourself busy. And keep yourself busy. And again, when you say you have a timetable, or when you have keep yourself busy, it doesn't mean you stress yourself out, that you become like, stress and burden. Keeping yourself busy means you always have something to do. I'll give you some example. Let's say, for example, you go to the park with your family. So you're all going for barbecue, you're going for the park in the summer, nice summer day, after Zohar you set out, you're going to the park, and you're going to be there for 3-4 hours. Now you're not going to be there for 3 hours, you're not going to be like all the time, after a while, everybody relaxing it. So even though okay, when I'm free, when you say I'm free now, so you think, take tasbih, do my dhikr. And everybody starts talking again, you put tasbih away, you start talking again. That like everybody's talking, saying, no, I got my dhikr, subhanallah, everybody's talking, and you're not even laughing, not even joking. It's like, this is also part of deen. Like, don't be so, but it's like, okay, somebody's going to the streams, somebody's going to the lake, somebody's going for a walk, and you're there, a few people, nobody's talking. Now you think, what should I do? You got something in your mind. So, okay, I haven't finished my tilawah today. You pull out your phone and do a dhikr. Everybody's come back again, you go have tea together, you put the tilawah, put the phone away and start doing something else. You understand? So a timetable doesn't mean you stress yourself out. It doesn't mean that you become so burdened that your timetable is a nightmare for you. Timetables mean that you have an idea what you can do. You have a to-do list. You have things to do daily, weekly. You're keeping yourself active. Whether it's a book, you have a book next to your bed, next to in your car, next to where you do. So whenever, okay, I gotta read this book. You got a little time, you read it. If you don't get time to read it, okay, I'm busy today. I'm really tired. I'm not gonna read today. But before you go to sleep, instead of putting the phone out and going to do something, I've got the book. I'm gonna read the book. And no, I have to read. I'm so tired. I have to read. I don't feel like reading. I'm sleepy. He's like, no, if you're tired today, put a book and go to sleep. But I just know before I'm sleeping, if I can't fall asleep, I've got something to do. You got tasbih next to your bed. So if you can't go to sleep, then instead of this putting the phone out, what do? You say, well, my target is every day before I go to sleep, I'd go to sleep doing dhikr. You understand? And if you feel sleepy, just go to sleep. So timetables, and you make such a timetable, you can't even maintain it. It's like, it's impossible to maintain. It just means that you have a structure in your life. And you always keep yourself busy doing things, useful things. And that way what will happen? You become productive, you become useful, your mind is occupied. And most of all, it keeps you away from shaitani wasawis and leading to evil. In our time, the dawa'i and the things that count towards evil are just abundant. It's not even that you have to go outside your house. It's right there on your phone. So try to just keep yourself busy in some things. Do you understand? And there's so many things to do. And we're going to make a little list. I was going to exam this morning as well. If you keep yourself like, okay, again, you don't have to stress yourself out, but you have an idea what I'm going to do with myself. So like say, let's say you go for an appointment. And you're waiting for a doctor. You're waiting to meet somebody. And they're not come yet. You say, oh, he's not here. What do you do? You have something to pull out your phone. Not put out the phone meaning, not to go on the internet, but what? To my Quran. I haven't finished my quarter juz today, my half juz today. You start doing the Quran. You finish that, obviously I got my 100 istighfar to finish. I got my 300 to 500 salat al-nabi to finish. So whenever you are, you say, well, I take a book with me to the doctors. So if I get time and nothing to do, I'll just start reading. You understand? And if I meet somebody and I say, oh, I'm sudden like I got to read now, so I can't talk to the person next to me. Someone next to you, they're talking, put a book away and go read to that person. But it means that you have alternatives to keep yourself busy. Do you understand? So you need to do this. Keep yourself in a way where your life is structured, your time is structured, and your mind is not free. When your mind is free, then number one is end up in sin. Shaitan to start putting thoughts in your mind. And number two, this again was harvest. Your mind starts getting empty, and it's not a healthy situation. Do you understand? So keep yourself primarily busy in the best of all options is ibadah, talabul ilm, seeking knowledge, doing khidmah of your parents. And even after that, then have other things which you keep yourself busy in and avoid staying free, futile, and idle. Because it's a big problem. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala give us ability to act upon this. Subhanallah wa bihamdihi, subhanakallahumma wa bihamdika, wa nashhadu an la ilaha illa anta, nastaghfiruka wa natubu ilayk.